Alright, howdy y'all. I'm gonna be doing a quick recipe for some pico de gallo with, this is gonna be chicken breast. Again, I'll show you something to whip up. Again, this is canned chicken, easy to do. You can do this with tuna if you want. I'm choosing canned chicken this time. So you just get some cilantro. If you don't know what pico de gallo is, it is a common, I don't know if you consider it like a salad with Mexican dishes. I mean, I guess you could call it a salad, like a side or something that you can use with chips or whatever. But I like this to throw in with a lot of things because it's low calories. It's basically 4 ingredients. You've got your cilantro, okay, which is what I'm chopping up here. All right, and you're going to get tomato. So we can move that over. Get tomato here. I like to kind of poke this a little bit and then drain the juice so that it's not overly watery. And we're going to slice it up. I like to go very, very small chunks. All right. Got that here. So slice these into thin strips like that, okay? And then just like that. You don't have to do it this fine if you don't want to. This is just my preference and how I prefer to do it. So do it however you want. And what I'm going to do with this, and that is why you use your nails. So, see that, y'all? Where's the camera? Got the little bit of a strip of my fingernail. That's why you tuck your hands like this, because if you're going to cut something, you're going to cut your nail and not your damn finger. So, that was a close one. You guys got to see it in action. It happens from time to time. Hazards of the job, so I'm gonna leave those off to the side because that's gonna be enough. God dang. Oh, long day, y'all, long day. Get to see all the mistakes. Not gonna edit it, so move that off. Next, you got your lime. I usually like to kind of push it down. Don't need the whole lime, so probably gonna do, depending on how limey and how tangy you like it, you can gauge that, test it as you go. And I'm gonna use a red onion. You can use any kind of onion you want. This is what we have available right now. It's already sliced, so I'm just gonna take advantage of that. Take off that outer layer, and we're gonna go again on a fine chop here. Then I'm gonna go across. This might be a little bit too much onion, but it's all right because I'm married and I'm not trying to get some good breath for anyone in particular. Unfortunately, my wife has to deal with this, but she likes onion, so she'll be used to it. There's that. And your pepper of choice. So traditionally, it's made with like a jalapeno or a serrano or something like that. This is a habanero. I personally love habaneros, and I don't mind if this one's gonna burn my face off because that's why I eat hot stuff. So this is, I'm just gonna chop this up nice and fine. Careful I don't chop my finger off again. There we go there. So that's all you need to prep for that. Dust that off. Now, bowl. Gonna add our ingredients. So, of course, for me, gotta weigh out what this is. Super easy. And then just as a warning, if you're using your bare hands to do this for habanero, make sure that you wash them. Don't touch your eyes. So, there we go, that's that. Next is the onion. Next is the tomato. And last but not least, the cilantro. If you don't have one of these, you can always just use the back of your knife for them. Just be careful when you're scraping it, because as you can see, accidents happen. So throw that in there. You're gonna squeeze your lime in here. Personally, I like it a little bit limier than others. And rinse. Again, like I said, you gotta rinse your hands if you're handling that raw habanero so you don't forget. And it still might be on your fingers, so keep that in mind. Jalapeno may not be that bad. All right, last ingredients, salt, of course, depending on how much you like. Probably enough. And I'm gonna give it a few goes of pepper. You don't have to do that. Now this is it. Greek yogurt, all right? You're gonna throw this in here and mix up your chicken. Oh, well that one has some cinnamon. I don't use it. So we'll get a new one. And I'm gonna do about a half serving. So one serving is 170 grams. And we'll go 85 grams on this one. See the consistency. I think that'll work. Ooh, almost on point. That's 84, 85. All right. Close that up. Now throw your chicken in here. Measure that. Always right around 210-ish to 215. This one was 207. Get your fork, and you're going to just mash. Push this up real quick. Hopefully you can see this. Let's see here. All right. Just mash your chicken into this. And now, this is a quick meal. This took me, well, the video is 9 minutes, 9:05 right now. So it took me 10 minutes to make this. And this is 60 grams of protein from your chicken. That half serving of yogurt is gonna be 9 grams, so 70 grams of protein in 10 minutes. And the carbs on this is 3.5 plus the veggies, which I'll estimate, let's just call it the tomato, onion, probably like 15 to 20 grams of carbs. So let's call it 25 grams carbs total, 70 grams of protein, and chicken's gonna have 4 grams of fat. So 4 grams of fat, 25 grams of carbs, and you're looking at the chicken breast 300, I believe, ish, 50, so less than a 500 calorie meal with those macros. And this is what it's gonna look like. Again, whip it up, put your own spices in there. If you want to add different spices, you can, but that's all it is. 10 minutes to get you 70 grams of protein, less than 500 calories. Hope you enjoy. See you next time.